Felicitations, Malfactors, and welcome back to more Cave Gameshire. So, in the last video, we worked on the interior of the Western Canal's towers. It wasn't too difficult or complicated. We just put some floors in there and then put a ladder in there. But today, we're going to go and work on the Eastern Canal towers. So, I need to go over there real quick, so I'll meet you over there. Alright, so we're over at the Eastern Canal now. It's been a while since we've been here, but this still is a nice view, especially of this waterway coming through here. But the towers are entirely empty. So there's a little bit of space below this. I don't really have any plans on putting anything below this. I might in the future, but that kind of depends more or less on what happens to the surrounding area in terms of, like, I guess the overall. This is just a giant cube. Alright, whatever. In terms of the, I guess, overall structure of this area of the world, like how urbanized it's going to be, what things will be constructed. All right, there we go. So that works for this tower. I'll just copy this all four sides. Yeah, so like I had some plans that I was going to copy from the West Canal to here that include having a tunnel running underneath here and like an entire like system of getting into the towers via a ground walkway. Until I come up with a really good permanent solution, you just got the either pillar up here or just use like a ladder or something. Using ladders to get up this doesn't work that well because of all the overhangs. So, dirt pillars with like, cobble on, or not cobble, but ladders on them or something. I don't know. I didn't really like the implementing that solution without really knowing what was going to happen to this area. And I can't exactly know that because as much as I would love it, I don't have a crystal orb to see into the future. All right, that's the second tower done. Ooh, some sheep down there. So, whenever I get the opportunity, I'll make something more permanent. This area could just never get developed for all I know, and then I'm just gonna look like an idiot. So now we just gotta go to the other side here. So let me go back over to where was my pillar at? I think it was over here. Oh, there it is. All right, cool. I do like walking along the top of this thing. It's got a nice like view from up here. You can see the moon rising, the sun setting. You can stare down over this wall here into the great blue. Where is it? I walked right past it. All right, cool. So we're just gonna go over the other side here. So in terms of what I'm going to be doing next, I'm going to be working on the zombie farm that I said I would work on a while back when I initially did the lumber yard over in Herefordshire. I still have that area marked out, and the only reason I didn't do it immediately was because it wasn't exactly a high priority item. Like, zombies only drop feathers, which inherently aren't terribly useful because their only use is for crafting arrows, which we can just get from the skeleton farm. But it was pointed out to me by Arcrhid that we can use them as junk items for 1 minute timers using pressure plates. Because or no, not 1 minute. Like we could use it for like a 5 minute timer. Because that's the amount of time it takes for items to despawn. So we'd be able to essentially use that in any kind of circuit requiring a long timer. And since it only has like one use, and that use is already covered by something else, it makes perfect sense to use that as a junk item rather than something valuable like stone or wood. But that'll just allow us to get fairly large quantities of feathers, and then eventually it'll just produce a bunch of flesh. But that won't be until like much later down the line. I think I might need more ladders for this. But yeah, that'll be the next project. It should be fairly simple. I'm going to be using a design similar to the spider farm that I made. Well, not entirely. There won't be cactuses, but I will be using a lava blade, which now that I think about it is more similar to the skeleton farm design than it is to the spider farm. Spider farm required a lot of like unique things because spiders can climb walls and they have an entirely different hitbox. And that's why I ended up using just water and cacti. So as long as it works, it works. I should have enough wood here. Here's some sheep down here. But after that, um, there's not too much that I'll be doing because I'm starting to run out of, you know, projects I can do in like a single video. But I'll get into that next time. All right, cool. I don't remember if I put that on the other side, but yeah, I can go check it real quick. But yeah, that just about does it for this. We've put interiors into both towers, so you could walk into this tower and not fall down like 20 feet and like break your ankles or something, and then sue me. So yeah, that looks a lot more, not really lived in, but it definitely feels more realistic. As realistic as a block game can get. So that just about does it for me. So I will see you guys next time. Take care.